Hello and welcome to the We Should Move Here Travels podcast. My name is Brittany
I'm Josh.
and we are your hosts. You giggle every time I say that.
It's just a surreal feeling for the few listeners that we have out there right now. We host a podcast. It's fun.
It is fun.
Mm.
Today, we are going to be talking about our upcoming trip, which we leave for tomorrow. And we have a lot to do, but we're going to go to Ireland.
Yes,
Woohoo.
yes. This is back from the episode where we presented Ireland and Finland. We put them up to be voted on, and the people voted, and they said we should go to Ireland, which is fantastic. We were both looking forward to going to either location. Ireland just happened to have won, and now we're going.
Yeah, so we're both really excited to go to Ireland, and we have quite a few really fun things planned, but also we have a lot of free time here that we don't have planned so that we can just explore.
Yeah, it is definitely a different style trip from, I guess, any trip since the podcast had launched.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from our month in Western Europe, where we went to all the different countries.
Yeah.
It's different from the New Zealand trip we just took.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I guess, closest to our East Coast trip.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit because our East Coast trip, we had a lot of free time. We did some hikes. We got to explore a lot, and that's what we're going to be doing in Ireland. I mean, while you're in Ireland, you have to go see the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You're in this area where there's the Cliffs of Moher, where there's these really beautiful places.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hike to them.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that.
Yeah, we were talking about it when we were planning. We went ahead and got you some new hiking boots,
Mm-hmm.
broke them in, so you're all set, ready to rock and roll.
Oh my God, they're so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to REI. They are so nice.
It's just a really good place to shop. And if you're a member there, I mean, this isn't a sponsored plug or anything, but we went there, got you fitted. The woman that helped you out stayed with us for an hour, hour and a half, getting you fitted for the right ones.
Yeah, she was great.
Mm-hmm.
The whole experience was just really great. But needless to say, I got new hiking boots for this trip.
Yeah. And we're going to jump right into it when we get there. We're flying into Dublin. Shannon would seem like the obvious choice because of where it is on the West Coast. But we got such a good deal on the plane tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Round trip for the two of us was about $800.
From our local Appleton airport.
From our local Appleton airport, yeah.
That's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
So $400 a ticket. That's insane.
Yeah. For us, that's crazy. Maybe someone on the East Coast or West Coast at a huge airport hub might say, oh, I get them for $200. Well,
Yeah.
Good for you. $400, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
We were also looking at flights to Portugal and they were under $500. So,
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a tip that I don't know if we've brought up on previous episodes or we've said on our social media. And it's said all the time with travel content creators or travel advisors.
mm-hmm.
Be flexible with your dates.
Yeah, that's much easier said than done, especially when you have to take time off of work and you have PTO and all of the logistical factors of it.
Mhm.
But if you can be flexible, choose, the flexible option on Google Flights,
Mhm.
and it gives you some really good deals.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're flying out tomorrow, which is a Thursday afternoon, and I believe we're flying back on a Tuesday afternoon. So
Mhm.
typical days that people usually don't travel. But I would assume the majority of people are, taking 2 work weeks, so 10 days, 14 days total for a trip, maybe of a similar size as this. And so, yeah, just doing what you said, hit flexible, pick those 2 weeks and you can find some good deals. Don't schedule your PTO and then go looking for flights, because
That's the wrong way to do it.
that's usually when you're spending twice as much on flights.
Mhm.
Look for flights and then submit the PTO. Get the tickets that way.
Mhm. Yeah, because $800 for 2 tickets to Ireland from our local airport, that is such a good deal. Like, I'm mind blown that we got that.
Yeah.
So insane.
I mean, if we tried to pick a weekend flight just to Chicago,
Mhm.
we'd probably pay $300 a person round trip
Yeah.
if we tried to pick the dates for the weekend. And
Yeah.
that's an hour flight. God. Anywho, so we're flying into Dublin right away because we got these great deals on tickets, and we're immediately picking up a car,
Mhm.
grabbing our bags, getting a car, and we're driving as soon as we're there. So that's going to be.
Well, I do remember in Scotland when we had landed and we had picked up the car,
Mhm,
we just had to bum around in Edinburgh when we first landed.
mhm,
And it was awful not having a place to go to right away.
mhm,
So I actually think this is going to work out well
mhm.
because we'll have something to do right away. We don't have to just sit around, and we'll have a place to go as soon as we get to the Wicklow Mountains.
We will probably have, I think, roughly a 2-hour drive just because we're going to be getting used to driving in Ireland, which is an experience that both of us will enjoy again.
And we're going to be jet lagged.
And a jet lagged. That's why at least 2 hours. It might take us 3. We'll probably stop along cafe, small place, get something to eat as well. But yeah, like you said, we're gonna go to the Wicklow Mountains. We're staying at the Heather House there in Laragh, and we're gonna be there for 2 days,
Mm.
getting acclimated to Ireland.
Yeah. One of our goals, I think, for this trip was to find places that are local B&Bs or local inns that can support the local community in these
Hmm.
cities that we're visiting.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to go about it this way and see how we like these local inns.
Hmm.
I think it's going to be really cozy and really comfortable. And I just envision us, I don't know, on a cold night in Ireland, having like a Guinness in a local pub and walking back and cuddling up in our little room. And I just envision such a cozy vibe.
Yeah, I do as well. And another bonus of being in local inns and B&Bs in Ireland, most of the ones we picked have a full Irish breakfast included.
Oh, yeah. I am so looking forward to beans on toast. You can, I think I've said this before, but you can have it here. It's just not the same.
No.
It is not the same as over in the UK. So, and maybe it's even better in Ireland.
Hmm.
I don't know. We will see.
We will see. Yeah. I mean, we just had the Scottish breakfast when we went to Scotland 2 years ago now, almost. Sad face, but now we're going to Ireland. And so full Irish breakfast, maybe a little memory will come back, or you'll be like, oh, this is better. Or,
Yeah. I just remember the beans on toast and absolutely loving that. I thought it was such a like inventive thing, but it's so common there. It's just, not common here. So, but what a like healthy way to start your day with all of that fiber.
Yeah.
Holy shit. They are not struggling to get their fiber intake.
No, not at all.
Anyways,
So staying in Laragh, in the Wicklow Mountains, and those first 2 days that we're there, we're gonna get some hiking in. We started using and saving hikes with the AllTrails app.
mhm.
That's one that you had found.
Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years, and we actually did a couple trails in Scotland. I brought it up and found a couple of trails when we were in that area. I don't know if you remember that or not. And I think we're going to use it a little bit more here because we're going to be doing many more hikes.
Mhm.
And I'm really looking forward to the photos. I'm really excited about the photos that we're going to get. The professional camera has really changed the game with how we capture what we have experienced. And I think it's just going to be a really beautiful couple weeks of us just hiking around Ireland and getting these beautiful photos that I envision. And I hope we get some really good sunsets over the hills or over the cliffs.
Mhm.
And I'm just really looking forward to it.
You know what I've been wondering? Can we take beers on a hike, and then once we get to a spot, have a beer?
Oh my God, yes.
Well, I don't know if that's we'll have to Google that, but I've been thinking about it for a week, and I just haven't Googled it yet. So I gotta see if that's allowed. Because I want us to go on one of these hikes and, like, can I get to the end point or the halfway mark, sit on a rock or a hill and crack open a Guinness or whatever local brewery is nearby? Because we're definitely gonna be having some Guinness while we're there, but we're also gonna be going around to some of the breweries, some of the distilleries, trying some different things.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so great.
Yeah.
I am not always a beer person, but I, sometimes I get a little kick in me that, wants a couple beers, and I feel like I'm going to get that in Ireland.
It's the environment.
Yeah.
It's just feels like stew and a beer.
Hmm.
Mhm. So, starting out there in Laragh and near the Wicklow Mountains, and then we are driving all the way north, long driving day, probably over 5 hours for sure, gonna be the whole day, going up to Teelin. This is near the Slieve League Cliffs, and we're gonna be staying in the Rusty Mackerel.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for Teelin. I think this city and really just the entire environment around you is going to be absolutely stunning. I look at pictures of this and I'm like, this is insane. Are we
Mhm.
actually going here?
Yeah.
And then with the addition, I'm just going to keep adding this in with the addition of the professional camera, it's just going to be the best. It's going to be the best thing ever.
I hope we get so many good pictures, and again, with all the hikes that we're gonna do here, because Teelin is so small,
Hmm.
there's the Rusty Mackerel is a bar, pub, like, restaurant, and they have these 3 rooms built off of the restaurant for people to stay in when they come visit, and the rest of Teelin, there's not a ton there. As far as Google Maps show, maybe we'll get there and it'll be slightly bigger than I'm thinking, but
But this is the kind of vibe that we love,
mhm,
right? This really small town
yeah,
that's gorgeous in the middle of like some sort of magical paradise of, mountains or cliffs, or
mhm.
I imagine some fog in there and a little mist and enchanted hidden ring.
I mean, there's definitely gonna be rain and wind. We've
Yeah.
been keeping an eye on, the weather and 10-day forecasts. If you pull up Ireland, maybe it's the whole year round it looks like this, but right now, every time I update, it's just cloudy, rainy, and wind. So
Yeah. And my hair won't like it, but I love the rain. I'm okay with that.
yeah, and again, we get lots of good trails saved for there. There is a distillery north of Teelin in Northern Ireland that we'll probably go and do a tour in.
I imagine us doing a long hike,
Mhm,
getting back to the pub and having a Guinness after like stopping back in our room and uh taking a shower and getting ready
mhm.
for the night or whatever, having a beer in the pub and eating dinner in there. And I just imagine us feeling so accomplished with the hike,
Mhm.
with the beauty that we saw, and then just reminiscing in a local pub in Ireland. Like, this is, I am getting so excited the more we're talking about it. I
Mhm.
really am. Like, this is gonna be really, really cool. A really special trip, I think, for us.
It is. It is. I think after our last trip in New Zealand with your mom, fantastic trip. Definitely a different speed that we're used to. That was a little faster pace, a little more lots going on. This one, we're kind of dialing it back a step and reconnecting with each other and nature
Yeah.
and beer.
And beer.
We also did get just recently wireless microphones for our phones. So we may try to talk to some locals or some people that we have talked to on social media and see how they like Ireland. There are some
Mm.
people that we've talked to that have moved there from somewhere else, from the United States, and ask them some questions. What's the biggest difference? Do you like it more? Is it not what you expected? Those kind of questions.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll include it in an episode. Maybe we'll include it in some YouTube shorts or some reels, some TikToks, and you'll get to see what people say about what they like about Ireland or how they like the move, if it was hard, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a new addition that I think we're both gonna really enjoy it. Because one of our favorite things about traveling to these places is the people
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how other people live
Mm-hmm.
in the world, in other countries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it really gets to the core of what we're trying to do with the podcast
Mhm.
because we're trying to imagine ourselves in these places. So maybe we are a step behind by not interviewing people as much as we should have before. We've always talked to people, but it being a provided thing for the podcast or people that watch us on YouTube to see someone else there, you know?
I mean, we were getting there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're still babies.
We're still babies.
Yeah.
28 episode babies.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to do something for the 30th episode.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about Ireland, so maybe I don't know, chug a Guinness.
We should. That's a great idea. I like that.
Oh, what did I say that? I was just kidding.
Maybe not chug a Guinness. We'll try to split the G.
Maybe like a Irish whiskey.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a shot of Irish whiskey. Goodness. Okay.
So yeah, so after the Rusty Mackerel and Teelin, we're gonna be there for I think 3 full days. And then we are going to do a single night stay at Lough Rynn Castle in Mohill.
We're staying in a castle, you guys.
This was your thing that you had to do when we book trips. There are a lot of times where you're like, I want one thing on this trip. Usually it's a pool, which there is a pool on this trip. But also you were like, I need a pool and I need to stay in a castle.
I didn't say I need to stay in a castle. I was more so like, if I have a request for something we could do, I would like to stay in a castle.
Yeah. Or else I don't want to go.
That's not what I said.
No, you did it. You did it. No, I wanted to stay in a castle too. And this, was pretty close to on the way to the next stop and fairly affordable. And they had a great winter sale deal because we booked this in December. And so we're getting the night stay plus dinner at their very well rated restaurant. So it's an expensive-ish dinner, but
It's an expensive night.
yeah.
That we will have. Whereas I think in the rest of the places that we're going, it's not like big cities or big tourist hotspots
Mm-hmm.
where things are priced up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll even out,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Now, Ireland might be a little bit more expensive than Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. And I think this is placed great in the trip because then we will have a couple days, almost a week under our belt already of Ireland. And then this is kind of our break night.
Yeah.
So, which we've talked about. It's important you take those on trips, and this is kind of it for us. It's slightly before halfway. Got about that weekend and then get to stay in a castle.
Yeah.
So we'll have to let you know how that goes. And then after that, we're heading to the Benview Inn in Clifden.
Oh,
This is a place where we knew when we were looking it up, it has some great restaurants, like highly rated restaurants, pubs that people have commented they have music all the time. And then when we've had a few posts on TikTok about where's your favorite pub in Ireland, more than a few have repeated Clifden and some of the bars and pubs in Clifden.
yeah. I think this is going to be one of the bar hopping spots that we do. We don't necessarily do much of that at home or really on a lot of trips. We don't do bar hopping or pub hopping, but I do think when you're in a spot like this, kind of have to.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great time. I can't remember if it's here or in Dingle. We've talked to a young gentleman who is a musician and his parents own a pub.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go see him play once we're there. I think that's here in Clifden. If not, it's in our next stop. But so that's really fun, regardless of which stop. And this is the Connemara area. So it's dramatic beauty is what it says when you Google it, because it is home to the Sky Road, which if you just Google Sky Road, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, because you see the coast, you see rolling hills. It's stunning. It's beautiful.
I haven't Googled this yet.
The Sky Road, Ireland.
Oh my gosh. This looks stunning. This road looks unpaved and very small, but it does look stunning. Oh, I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
Well, there are some hikes I have saved where we just hike the Sky Road.
Ah,
So people drive it. It is a road, but there are lots of hikes that take you out to the water, the ocean, along the cliffs.
this one picture, there's a cow in it and it's overlooking these cliffs. It looks stunning. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay.
So hopefully it's everything that we have heard about, everything that we're seeing, and hopefully none of it does it justice. Hopefully we get there and our jaws drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love places like that where it's like, holy cow, is this real? Am I real?
Is this real life?
Honestly, Scotland did that for me. Parts of New Zealand did that for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome when you have those moments. And I think that's when your soul expands. You leave little pieces of it in places.
Yeah.
I think that's when it happens.
It's also kind of heartbreaking to leave those places because a piece of your soul is there.
Yeah, and we've heard that from a lot of people about Ireland on our social media accounts too.
Yeah.
They say, oh, I left part of my soul in Dingle, where we go the next stop, in Cork and Galway. People have said that for all over Ireland. So hopefully that happens to us as well.
I'm so excited.
So we do go to Dingle next, and we're staying in Heaton's Guesthouse. And this is similar. A lot of people said this is a big foodie spot, good music, good pubs. I tried hard on this trip to find food tours, to find beer tours. And we're going in February, and it's just out of season. Everyone that I contacted, I emailed them, even if it said they didn't have anything open. And they said, oh, no, we're not in season yet. Golly. So, which is fine. I'm excited for there to be less people. I think that's going to be really cool. but I'm missing some extra food tours. We have one in Dublin. Don't worry, we got one in Dublin. But we're just gonna have to go and eat some food, hike a bunch, and eat a bunch of food. We'll have to look back on this after the trip and see if it was as cool as we thought being out of season, or if it was like, oh, there's not a lot going on. Because some people have said their kitchen will be closed during this time of year
Oh, that's
because
going to be kind of a bummer.
it's out of season. But also, we're going in places where people live and people operate. So there will be restaurants open.
I mean, it really is fitting for what we're doing for this podcast.
Yeah.
Because if you go during just tourist season, usually the weather is a bit nicer. Usually it's more geared towards tourists or people having fun. Versus if you go outside of tourist season. I think you and I have experienced a couple of times doing this where you really get to experience life there as a local because most of the year is not tourist season for many of these places.
Right.
So I think hiking in the rain, that's going to be a part of us trying to live like locals for these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that's what we would do if we lived there. We would do so many hikes.
Yeah.
I think it's very fitting for the pod.
It will be. It'll be truth-telling. No, that's not right. Eye-opening.
Yeah. I could see truth telling. Like, it'll be very truthful and honest.
Honest.
Yeah.
That's good. It'll be a very honest trip.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the fluff of the tourist season. Yeah. Like this is what it is. Ireland in the winter when it's a little cooler, rainy, windy.
Although here it's like -10 out and
Fahrenheit.
there it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
We're not going to be cold.
We will understand. Not everyone lives that life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Dingle, really excited. Heaton's Guesthouse, when I booked it, it said they have some of the best breakfast available in Ireland for a B&B or a guest house. So that's exciting.
That is exciting. And it comes with the booking, right?
Yeah, I think so. Regardless, we're gonna have their breakfast.
Yeah, obviously.
Another 3 full days there, 4 nights, I believe. I think that's consistent, minus the Heather House, Lough Rynn, and then our final stop, which is back in Dublin, and we're staying at Clayton Hotel. So not a B&B. Couldn't find many where it was centrally located in kind of our price range, but also it does have a pool.
Yeah, one of us really wanted a pool. Couldn't tell you which one.
So we do also. I mean, I'd take a pool. I have nothing against pools. I like pools. I like swimming with you.
It's an indoor pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it might not be open if it's an outdoor pool.
I just looked at before we started recording, and it was an indoor picture. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So Clayton Hotel, it's near Trinity College, kind of near that bar area of Dublin. So we'll be there. We are going to go and do the Guinness Storehouse tour.
I'm so excited for this. I envision it to be a really cool experience. You've already done it. Whatever. But this will be my first time doing it. And I'm just excited to learn about Guinness.
Yeah.
It's a very famous beer. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think might just do the self-guided where we walk through and, read the plaques. It tells us what's going on with the beer. Get to take some pictures, pour a pint of Guinness, and then we get to go up to their observation deck, enclosed observation deck, and have a pint of Guinness up there.
Did you do the self-guided last time?
Yeah, I think the only part that I did differently was we were led into this kind of area where we tasted a couple different stages of the Guinness.
I want to do that.
Okay. I don't know if that's in the self-guided, but we've looked. There's plenty of openings throughout the days we're there. So we'll have to find a time to go do that.
Yeah, I want to taste the stages. I want to do the whole I kind of want it to be guided, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what we do.
Yeah. There's plenty of options, and yeah, we're going to do that. We have a bar tour. So it specifically says that this is not your temple bar tour, even though there are plenty of people in the comments on our TikToks and other social media who said temple bar is a good place, good music, good drinks. So that's fine. But this thing says it's not temple bar, it's the more local places. So we're going to do that. We're also going to go to some places that people have left in the comments. And then we also do have a food tour here. So we're not
Yeah, we do.
we're not left with a trip without a food tour. Even though we did that for Scotland. We didn't have a food tour in Scotland.
We had the smoked salmon tour.
But you're right. We did have the smoked salmon experience, which was fun. And maybe we'll run into something like that because they have different experiences throughout Ireland. One that I forgot to mention that we're going to do is it pet or hold baby lambs, baby goats.
That's in Dingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be so fun. I just really love farm animals. I love all animals, to be completely honest. But farm animals just really do something for me. And when they're babies, it just hits a different level, you know?
Yeah.
It's they're cute.
They're definitely cute. It's something that I've seen on social media that looks adorable and fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun experience to go do that.
Yeah. And I think, this trip in total, we're going to do so much hiking. We are going to drink different beers. We're going to find some different distilleries to do tours on. I have them listed right here on my laptop. And get in touch with nature and drink some beer.
For this trip, being in nature, I think, is really important. And we don't necessarily do that in every trip we go on because it's not easily accessible everywhere. But here, it is going to be so accessible to have the most insane views you could possibly imagine. I think it's really important that we get out there and we go do that. And I also think about myself as a child being in the woods. And like, I have always been a girly girl, right? But in the winter, building a fort with my brother outside in the woods, it does something to you. I think nature is a part of us and we need to be involved in it.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really healing trip too for both of us because we're going to be able to do that.
Totally agree. What are you going to be looking for in our in-person research on this trip? Are you going to be looking for that connection to a place like you felt in Scotland, like you and I both felt in Scotland?
I think I'm trying really hard that I'm going into it without comparing it to Scotland because Scotland is so freaking high for me. So if I push Scotland to the side just for this trip, because I think it's really unfair for Ireland, to be completely honest.
Sure.
And then I come back and really reflect. I think there could be a spot in Ireland that does take over number one for me. So I think what I'm looking for is community vibes. Like, is the community kind? Do they take care of each other? Are they inclusive and open-minded? I might look out for some yoga. Maybe some hot yoga, see if there's any in any of these places, and maybe we'll go to one.
Yeah.
I think the beauty will say a lot to me, tell me a lot. And I think how you and I connect while we're there is also something that I look for. Now, the coffee and the food, that's always going to be there regardless of where we're going. But I also will look for those things. But I think you and I connecting in a place tells me first and foremost, like, if we could live there.
Yeah.
If we don't connect while we're in a place, I don't see ourselves there.
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, it totally does. Yeah. And it's definitely harder to see ourselves in a place if you and me are if we're off, if we're not connecting like we usually do.
Yeah, it is. It's much harder. And that's why I think it's really important to have at least 2, 3 days, full days
Mhm.
in a place, because then, you might have an off day,
Yeah.
which is totally fine. We both have them,
Mhm.
but then we have 2 more days where we can connect.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What are you going to be looking for in the in-person research in Ireland?
I'm comparing this to Scotland.
You
I
are.
am. I mean, that's the whole point of this podcast, is to find the place where we feel most connected and that we could see ourselves living. And, I won't compare it in the way of, say, like, oh, this looks like this and this looks like that, that sort of way. But how it makes me feel is what I'll be looking for. And I'll be comparing that to Scotland, because Scotland got there, got out in the Highlands, and just just ripped my heart out. It felt like.
Yeah, me too.
And, few other places have done that, just have made me feel that connected to you and to the area.
Mhm.
Belgium, I was like that too. I was like, man, this is cool. And for completely different reasons. People listen to that and be like, Scotland, Highlands, and then Ghent, Belgium.
That's drastically different.
Yeah. But for different reasons, they grabbed hold of me, and I
Yeah.
don't stop thinking about them. When people ask me in like the comments or like in person, what was my favorite place to go? Number 1 is Scotland. Number 2 is Ghent, Belgium.
Mm.
But the place that I could see that us living more is Ghent, Belgium. So,
See, that's so wild to me, because I can see us living more in Scotland. And who knows, maybe Ireland will take number 1 for both of us, and then we would just have to narrow down where in Ireland to be, you know?
well, we got already some other trips in the crock pot or in
We
the
do.
cooker ready to go.
We do.
So,
In the crock.
in the slow cooker. It's off to the side. It's bubbling. We're
Oh my gosh.
ready to go somewhere else as well.
I love you.
People say that.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you most looking forward to on the trip?
It's gonna sound cliche or mushy, but just really spending time with you. I think the last trip was really great in New Zealand, getting to spend time with both you and my mom, but
Mhm.
it also shifted the dynamic where you and I didn't connect like we usually do on a trip. So this is going to be more typical for us, uh, to be able to just really connect with each other.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to that. But aside from that, like the actual trip itself, I think I'm most looking forward to the beer, and the cliffs,
Mm-hmm.
just the nature and the hikes,
Yeah.
and then the pubs.
Yep.
Like that's going to be our daily routine while we're there. We're going to go on a hike, go to a pub,
Mm-hmm.
go on a hike, go to a pub.
I mean, it's what I'm looking forward to. You said connecting with me. That's totally it. It's connecting with you and connecting with nature and connecting with the place around us. I think, that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for that in every place we go, because we are looking for a place to potentially live in the future. And, if we find that and we're both like, oh, this is it, then, timelines could change, things could happen.
Yeah. Well, and I think with everything happening in the US right now, it's forcing us to have those conversations maybe sooner than what we would have wanted to.
Yeah, we definitely are. If it wasn't clear and obvious by this podcast as a whole or by us on anything on social media, we are against current administration, everything that's going on
Yeah.
with, Supreme Court decisions, ICE, the federal government, some local governments. There's a bunch going on that we don't agree with. And
We're having a hard time.
yeah.
We're having a hard time here. And I I know we're not alone in that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I I think it's important to name that, and people can spew their hate at us.
Yeah. I think we'll have a lot of people who choose to listen to this for the reason of maybe they're looking for a new place that completely agree with us. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. And to know that we're not alone in this kind of situation, I think is really important too. And to see all of the people that might be having these conversations as well makes it feel less lonely.
Yeah. We're definitely not alone in the United States, and we're for sure not alone in the world. And I think that's gonna be something interesting is
What people say.
if people say something to us about it, like, what the fuck's going on? And we like, man, we came the fuck over here. All right.
Yeah, we left for a minute.
We are looking. Do you got a spare bedroom? Like
Can you get me citizenship?
yeah, right?
Do you think that you're going to get the feeling here? And if so, where?
I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
That's it. The answer is yes. I have no idea where it's gonna be.
If you had to say.
I have to say.
Yeah. I don't want to force you, but I want to know your answer.
People have been going off about Clifden.
Mm.
Clifden and Dingle. People have been going off about those two places on our YouTube as well as our TikTok. So I think one of those two places are going to be like undeniable as far as a connection.
And getting the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we're going to get out there. We're going to be connected. There's going to be stuff going on, even if it's bad weather, like say it's 2.5 weeks of bad weather, which would not be fun.
Yeah.
I still think it would be fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm really not concerned about the weather at all because no matter what, we're going to be in Ireland. Like, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Unless it was torrential downpour the whole time and we can't leave our room or something. But
I don't think that's the vibe of Ireland. From what I remember researching, it's kind of similar to Scotland where it's a general mist all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A mist on and off. It's not like a downpour.
Right.
But we'll see.
We'll see. What about you? What do you think you're going to get the feeling and where?
I for sure think I'm going to get the feeling. I think I get the feeling like everywhere.
That's how this all happened. Oh, no. And that's how I met your mother.
But I think Teelin is going to be really beautiful. And I think I could see it there.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Clifden and Dingle are going to be just a slap in the face of beauty and culture. And I could see it there too.
See, that's why I initially said the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It could be anywhere. And I mean, Dublin's going to be great as well. I didn't get to spend enough time there the first time I was in Ireland. So we got 2.5 days there. So a little more time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
It's going to be great. You're getting real day before trip anxious feelings going on. We got the trip. We got a dinner with my parents. Got packing, cleaning, taking care of the cats. We got all the things.
Yeah. Oreo sat inside of my suitcase earlier and he started chewing on one of my bags and now it no longer works. It's like a compression bag that you pump all the air out and it obviously doesn't work because he chewed a hole in it. But seeing him inside my suitcase, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to go.
What a stinker.
He's such a boy baby.
He is.
Next week, we are going to be talking about Laragh, our first stop in Ireland. That'll be so exciting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on all of our social media accounts on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. On YouTube, you can also get the full podcast with videos and pictures included of our trips. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.